Hey there, Ken Eslick with the Leaders Lab. I am excited to walk you through what the DISC assessment is. So let's jump into it. So why are we doing this? Why do we like testing people on DISC profile? Well, we all know in leadership that turnover is the number one enemy, and finding great people and retaining them is tough, right? It's one of our biggest expenses, and it's how we spend most of our time. Across thousands of placements that we've made, we've seen that people oftentimes just have a hole on their team and they go to hire for that hole without really looking at the behavioral traits of their current team or the behavioral traits of that upcoming hire. And at least not doing it in a very methodical way, right? Where we're kind of looking at the whole picture. We're here to give you a framework to help you decode your current team and make better decisions on your future hires. I want to emphasize this is not a behavioral tool. I'm sorry, it's not an aptitude tool. It is a behavioral tool. So it's not an indictment of anything, and it's not a pass fail. There's no right or wrong. There's no scores that are better than others. It just tells you where someone's natural style is and gives you a framework on how to best communicate with them and for your team to best communicate together. Let's go through the letters real quick. So D stands for dominance. These folks are driven. They like KPIs. They are goal setters. They are action takers. They like making decisions. And a lot of times you'll see folks like leadership, people in here, construction foremen would be another profession. Some of the challenges with the D, if gone unchecked, and again, someone can be high D and low in another area. It doesn't mean they haven't figured out how to lean into that other area that's not their natural style. So again, it's not an indictment here, but gone unchecked, a high D could be a bit like a bull in a china shop. Early in my career, I was accused of that myself, probably correctly. An I is more for influence. These are going to be your chatty people in the office. They love social environments. A lot of your sales reps, account managers, people that are great with customers and are actually a lot of fun to be around will be in there. So account managers, sales, marketing, that type of thing. Some have, again, gone unchecked, only if gone unchecked. High I with maybe a low D might mean that they do a lot of talking without a lot of closing of sales. So that's what you want to check into with a high I. S is for steadiness. These people are often considered the glue on the team. They like cohesive environments. They don't like to rock the boat. They are easy to work with. And a lot of professions that might fall into that would be support folks, nurses, HR, people that really like to create harmonious workplaces. It's a great trait to have, but some of the negatives of that going unchecked could be that they don't make their opinions known. They don't speak up and assert themselves enough. C is for conscientiousness or clarity. These are folks that are analytically driven. They like facts and figures. They like to dot the I's and cross the T's. Professions that might fall into this would be accounting, computer programming, finance, that type of thing. Some of the downside of a C could be analysis paralysis, could be a little bit too exacting, which might be off-putting to other team members. Again, only if gone unchecked. And then finally, there's two kind of sliding scales on here that are active versus receptive. Receptive being more, I take it in. I sit back and listen and take it in. Active being, I'm going to be a little more assertive. And agreeable or skeptical. Agreeable being, hey, I'm kind of easy to buy into an idea. The higher the agreeable is. Skeptical being, they're going to push back a little bit more. How this works on a grid, you'll see the D and the I are together up here by the active, C and S down here for the receptive, and then same on left to right with agreeable and skeptical, DC for skeptical, IS for agreeable. You'll get scores in all four quadrants. It'll kind of give you an idea, like if you're high D with a very high I as a secondary, you're going to be more active, right? The way the quadrant works is many times people will test together on the top half or the bottom half or the right or the left, but pretty much never diagonally in terms of like very rare to see I with a secondary score of a C because they are normally opposites of each other. And we'll talk about more of that when we speak directly. All right, in Team Compass, so this is a program that we sell. We take your inputs on what's going on in the real world, all of your direct reports. How are they performing? How do you feel their job fit is? Are they a cultural fit? Any other input that you have? We then test out your entire team. We look for where there can be more cohesiveness on the team, where the likely mismatches are. We talk about that with you. We train your team on their DISC assessments. They'll get a full printout of their own DISC. And then we do a debrief with you after that team training and get your final comments. Finally, what we give you at the end is a 10 to 20 page PDF, depending on the size of the team, that's going to break down all of those things in writing, give you a clear 90-day framework for what to do next, as well as, I'd say above anything else, what this is a coaching companion for leaders. So it's going to tell you ideally what the next personality fit is for your team in a leadership position, and also how to communicate with each one of your team members. And watch our testimonials. The people that ran through our pilot found this to be absolutely invaluable, and you don't want to make your next hire without it. In fact, you may not need a next hire. You may find the talent that you need exists on your team right now. If you'd like more information or want to book a discovery call on Team Compass, go ahead and use that QR code on the left. We sell this basically for our time. We sell it for $2,000. And if you move forward with us and decide to use us for your next placement, that amount is fully credited back to you. If you're like, no thanks, just want the resources, we do have some free resources, including free, less involved, but still good DISC profile assessments. And to get to those free resources, just click that QR code to the right. Thanks so much, and I hope we talk soon. Take care.